In this DCS World video, I brush off the cobwebs when I go Sam hunting again in my plucky little F5 Tiger. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be creating some missions soon enough for a project that I'm working on. More to follow on that later on. But anyway, this is me looking at the horrible textures still that haven't been fixed yet in that bloody cockpit. So yeah, this is me flying around. There is a cinematic of the whole thing at the end, so stay tuned for that if you wanna. But this will just be me talking through how we kill Sams again in the F5. So we don't need harms because we've got the F5 and courage. What I do have on board is 5 500-pound bombs. I've got 2 rocket pods and 2 small fuel tanks. That makes me very heavy for this very small runway in the Marianas. So I'm going to have to take off a little bit earlier than I would like to with the speeds, and we just flew the trees. So next time I'm going to move a bit further back and use all the runway so I can get up to that correct takeoff speed of about 180 200 knots. When carrying this much ordnance. Here I'm just spilling the engines up to about 95%. I'm checking that everything looks good, and at the time it did. I didn't notice something that you'll see later on once I'm airborne that I didn't know how to fix, I'll be honest. So yeah, we go flying with an aircraft that's not quite fully operational. That's getting a bit close. I'll have to go up early. Oh, she's heavy. Right, gear up. Let's head on out to war. Hopefully my wingmen will be able to get airborne fine. So what I'm doing with this mission is building some SAM sites over on Guam, and I'm basically building like a mini F5 campaign for a few friends. More on that later on, but yeah, I'm just going to fly off and see if I can still take out SAM sites. I'm not sure if I can or not, because it's been quite some time. So let's fast forward it until we're actually over there. Okay, that's the first SAM sites popping up on my little RWR, some search radars on the go. More than one. I'm very slow. I must just look. What's wrong with my right engine? Nozzle. They're both forward. It's at 100%, but this nozzle's jammed to something. Now, what I should have done at this point is jets my bombs, go RTB and get that sorted out. However, I didn't. Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in going RTB? Right, so that'll be a pain when I'm trying to dodge stuff. We'll figure it out. Let's have a look at our kneeboard. Yep, we're heading fine down towards it. Right, so just double check. We've got chaff selected, flares are off because we're fighting against SA2s for now. I really want to know why my... Right, cool, 2's not crashed on takeoff then. I want to know why my engine isn't working with me, right. Bit of an issue. Okay, can work through that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically goad these SAM sites into firing at me, and then I'm going to brake hard right 90 degrees, pop some chaff with the search radar. So I'm going to pop some chaff, and then I'm just going to maneuver so I can sort of snake myself in towards that SAM site. So it's over there somewhere, but I don't know where, and I want it to fire at me so I can see, here we go. Missile launch. I'm going to brake away, some chaff out, get the engines on. My right engine has still not came on properly, that's a problem. Okay, right, visual launch site over there. What? Don't zoom in when you're trying. There, right, there's a missile. Yeah. Alright, that was close. We dodged one. I know there's 2 in the air, that's number 3 coming up at us. Missile launch. Pop more flares. Not flares, chaff rather. So again, 90 right. Just evading it, trying to drag its energy away. There it is there. Gonna give it a turn towards and chaff some more. Yeah, that's another miss. That was too close. That's another missile launch. Is that the fourth? I've dodged two. Right, I'll come 90 degrees to the threat now. Right, there's something's blown up over there, so I think I've defeated one early. Don't know what's happened to that one. Now I know where the launch site is. I'm going to dive down low level and fly in towards it. I'm still a bit concerned about my right engine. I mean, the fuel flow's going to, it's just the nozzle isn't opening. And I don't know why that is. Right, let's get a low level. So if I lie low enough from the emitter, it's not going to be able to shoot at me. Because it's not going to be able to see me, and if it does shoot at me, I just need to pop down below this hill to get out of his radar coverage. That'll be fine. So let's have a little check. So we've got our centerline pod is armed. We're on ripple. We've got increments of 0.14. Master arm is up and on. Guns, missile, and camera. Alright, we get to rock and roll. My concern is there's other SAM sites in the area. So I just need to make sure I'm in there, and if they start firing at me, I need to get out and down behind this, then behind the island. Chaff, we've got 2 chaff left, which is fine, because I'm too close for this SAM site to engage me, so I'm going to pull up now, pop up attack. Aiming up, there's 40 degrees, up, over and roll. Right, where are they, where are they, where are they? Over there. Yep, that's them there. Right, lining up on the bombs. Get ready. And pickle. No, wait. Pickle. Ah, they're a bit late. They're going to go a bit long. I got a few things. Right. Watch for surface air missiles. Watch for anything popping up. Now we're good. Right. We're all in with rockets. So just dodging the SAM sites, especially an SA2, it's very easy. Just brake right, brake left, but they got a little bit too close for comfort, to be honest. They were very bloody close. Let's gain some altitude, ready for rockets again. Try and come in on a better line this time. Hit a few of them. I think there's something on the ground there in front. It's towards the sight long, that's a terrible aim. Guns. And terrain. Now the reason for all this is because I'm going to be creating some bespoke missions for community members on my YouTube channel. I'm going to create a nice little Discord that'll be for a select few of us. There'll be more details on that coming much later, but I wanted to practice SAM hunting, so if you want to come and fly me, get used to flying the F5 and the F4, maybe the F14, stuff like that. We're going to do some cool missions, as well as me providing GCI, providing expert lessons on GCI, obviously, because I'm a GCI instructor. And of course, we'll do some cool missions where we fly against each other and stuff. Anyway, the cinematics about to follow of this whole mission, I tried to make it like a Top Gun themed thing. I hope you enjoy. Until next time, Tactical Pascale, out.